Hi everyone, this is Swanky Markets with the analysis for Tuesday the 27th of April 2010. We have here the GBP US dollar on the weekly chart. As we can see, we broke above and closed here last night, and today we opened just here above this resistance line, which was resistance here, and if you extend it over was resistance over here. So, and I just had a sell order in here up earlier today, and it just missed me by a few pips, as you can see there. I mean, that's only a couple of pips, it just missed it by, but that's the way it goes. So we broke above the strong area of resistance, but we have found more resistance, a very uncertain pair, election in 9 days time, but I am still waiting for a breakout of this flag pattern. I am hoping, well, I anticipate it will break down, but with this election you just don't know, so be patient, right? If we break out of this flag pattern, we're in for a 700 pip move down. If we get off, the higher we get in, if it breaks down, the bigger our pips will be. It still hasn't broken the 78.6, which is a 1.55743. So we might get resistance there if this tends to go up. If you were to go long, only go half lot. It is still in the downtrend. I would be looking for shorts around the same place as yesterday, as I said, or if price got back down to 53.80, which is where this red line is here, I would be tempted to take a long for a few pips, but I'd only go in half lot size. For a number of reasons I may be interested is this previous support resistance. We're starting to get EMAs here, a bunch of EMAs which will show lots of support, so we might have to go up a bit further to break back down. If we go back down, we don't know with this election, it's very, very uncertain. So those are the areas to watch on the pound dollar tomorrow. The US dollar, euro US dollar on the daily, as we can see, we pinged back off this trend line here again, came all the way down. I mean, this had a nice 122 pip move, got a few of them today. Hope you got a few of them also. We're right on 13399, the 13400 level. It's in a clear downtrend. Prices, it's been a tough day. You had London this morning where price moved. This afternoon New York, very slow, very tedious, would have pulled your hair out basically. I said yesterday 13500, however I'm not too sure if we're going to get up that high. I hope we will, but I'm not too sure. I'm now thinking about 13400 to re-enter. It's a 4-hour EMA, 200 EMA, psych level, previous support and resistance. So I would be, but it still may get back up to 13500. So it'll be one of those two levels. It'll find resistance, and that is where you should short it. Look on the smaller time frames as it gets near. It will tell you on the smaller time frames. It will test it, and then move away. If it's going to break it, it'll break it. Okay, there's lots of news out this week, and the dreaded Greek situation still has not been resolved. Tomorrow, anything euro related, be very careful. We've got euro news in the morning. We've got Trichet is speaking at 3:15 GMT, and he's also speaking another time during the day, which is tentative up on the screen, so he could come out at any time. So be very careful any euro pair tomorrow. The Swissy, we had, if I look down at the lower time frames, we had a nice move up, broke this trend line. It got right up here, tweezed the tops. We got a kind of, I suppose you could call this a morning star, even though we didn't get all the way down, and it has just all come all the way down and back underneath this trend line. So if this is going to go down, euro is going to go up, which means we might get the 3500 for the short on the euro. So we got the price came down today, and we did get our 10700 I said yesterday. I hope you got into that and got a few pips out of it. We made some nice pips there. Remember, there's a rule, 20 pips either side if trading off the daily. It moved away, came back a little. However, I'll be watching the balls tonight. If it closes, it may go back down, and euro will go up, so we'll have to wait on this one. But I'm only interested in longing this pair. I'm not interested in taking a short anywhere on this pair. We might ping back off this trend line here on the daily, so be careful of this pair tomorrow. The euro yen has more or less where it opened. It's closing. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle of this flag. If we go on the weekly, it's in the middle of this pennant. I really want to see it come up and hit this trend line here. Hopefully I will get it, and then I hope we will move down and we'll get some nice pips out of this pair. But on the daily, as you can see, it's in the middle, so be really careful. It's in nowhere. I said if it got down to 2400, I'd be interested in longing. However, it may not get there. It may only get to 125. So in the middle of nowhere, price will rebound off those trend lines. It's which one it gets to. So if it gets down to 12400, I would really like to long it, because it'll be bouncing again off this trend line, which is a proven trend line, as you can see here. Alright, if it gets up to the upper trend line of the weekly, I'd be interested in shorting that and get some nice few pips there, but I think we might get down to 124. If we don't get to 124, it may only get to 125. There's a cross there. Stocks have started to turn on the weekly. It's in the middle of the flag pattern, as I said. All I can say about this pair: don't take a trade in the middle of nowhere here. Wait for price and to tell you what it's going to do, and you will get a lot more and you will have a lot less losses. So please, please, please wait on that pair. The euro pound on the daily, as you can see, we came down to the pip. As you can see here, as we look right across there at 86.01, and it got rejected again and has gone back up again above this previous support line, 86.49. This support line has yet to prove resistance. It is support over here, support here, support here, broke through, back up, broke, pinged through, back up. I do think this pair is going to go down. I anticipate it's going to. We've come out of this pennant, but as I said to you the other day, I'm waiting for a close below this line and a retest. Ideally, I want to get up to here. It is doubtful I will get up that far. So just be very, very careful. It's moving small moves, so if you're going to take any trades after 20-25 pips, take half out and move your stop to break even. When it will, I think, try and break that pair. It will struggle that line. When it breaks it, it will go. It will really go. It may not get to my hopeful high of 88 or 80, so 87 might be a good level to get in. It's at 86.69 now. It might go a bit higher. Could come back up and test this trend line here, which would be nice, because it is doubtful we'll get this high now, and then get in there short, and then you'll be in short for the fight, and then hopefully it'll move away. What I don't want it to do is to get all the way down here. If we get all the way down here and it still hasn't broken, it'll just fizzle out. So that is what I would say on this pair. The Australian dollar, US dollar. Alright, Australian dollar, US dollar, we make it back to 92. For those of you who are not in it, we may only get back to the 92.30 area though. So 92.30 would be here, the 50% of this fib, which I do need to readjust now, I think, for tomorrow. We may not get back down to this line, so just be very careful here. So watch the smaller time frames. I took half out, as those of you know I was in over the weekend. I got some nice pips out. I got half out, and I will restock when it gets down to 92. I will watch in the smaller time frames, and hopefully we will go back up and some nice more pips. US dollar on the CAD, like the euro yen, in the middle of this daily pennant. I'm not taking a short here. It's just too much resistance here. It's in too big a downtrend to take a long. I would wait for it to come back up here to touch this trend line at 10100. It might spike through and get you to 10120, 10150. That'll be good logical levels to short, and then hopefully it'll come back down to parity again. We got the nice shorts there last week. Wait for price to come and tell you what it's going to do. We got the US dollar yen. This pair has not really gone anywhere today. You can see here on the daily it's hardly moved. We've had a very small range on this pair today. It has moved 41 pips today. It's not moved at all. So, but you know, I said yes, I look for a pullback to 93. However, it might only get back to 92.83, which is the 55 EMA on the weekly. It might spike through there, and you might get 92.60. So look for that if you're going to long that pair, but it's just hardly moving. But that is this pair. Look, we hardly move, break out. Hardly move, break out. We hardly move, You know, it's just one of those pairs, hardly moved, nice move down. So be careful of it. Euro CAD, no,